a situation. It's like coming to me, another person not understanding me and saying divorcee.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at how would I feel if I was in their shoe and how they're going to feel in my shoe. So I look on both sides there. So I was thinking, well, hang on, they're saying divorcee. Do they really know me?
Yeah, no.
Do they know my personality? Do they know my lifestyle? Do they know what I deal with every day? No, they don't, because they label us as just divorcee and got children.
Yeah.
But these families who also say, oh no, you don't get married to a divorce, woman with children. They need to open up.
Yeah,
I always say they need to open
up.
But then duty, a guy should also show them.
Yeah.
And mothers and parents should also look at that situation. I have come across that.
I think guys
times.
become really weak in front of the parents. They change totally.
It's not fair.
It's not fair on us women, to be honest, because they say how much they feel for us and they back out loads. And the fact that they back out, it makes us in a really awkward position, and that's when we get labelled. When we get labelled, then you think twice. Do you even want to be? Do you want him as your life partner? He's dug you that low in front of his parents. Do you actually want him to be alive? So you have to properly think about getting into a marriage if he's been married before or if he's single. You will have to. And personally, my advice to you is do have your options open and do properly think about it, because it's not an easy choice to make. It's marriage, and marriage is a big thing. You don't want to end up divorced again. It's just not. It's not a nice
Mona,
feeling.
can I ask a question on everything? I know where's divorce come into this? Because if one person's consent in to having another marriage, or another 2 marriages, or 3 marriages, or 4 marriages in a relationship, where does divorce come into it? Because I don't know, where do you draw the line and say, okay, no, that's it, we're finished? Does that ever happen?
What's that in the
in a relationship? Like, let's say that 2 people are in a relationship and you don't agree with something that, or you don't like something about one of your partners, and you're looking for another partner that has that characteristic or has that ability to look after you or provide for you, or whatever the reason is. Where does divorce fall into this? Because if I'm in a relationship as a Sikh, if I'm in a relationship and I say, like, I'm not getting on with this being, there's no way that we're going to get on. It's divorce. Divorce is the option that we generally that you think of.
Also in Islam, divorce is permissible. It's one of the most detested things in Islam that is permissible, is divorce. So that is always an option, but it always is a last resort.
Yeah, but coming back to this, the reason why they say get married 4 times, because women don't want to get divorced. That's the reason why. And if a divorce is an option, it's either because they've already been divorced from before and they're getting into another marriage. That's all it probably is.
No, I understand that, because the stigma that's behind that in the community. I know that in the Muslim community that there is that stigma, that not just in the Muslim community, in generally in the Asian community, we do have that problem that if someone's divorced, that's it, they're labelled.
Yeah.
They're labelled.
With again, sometimes as a Muslim, there's a reason. If you're in a massive argument with your partner, and if you say divorce 3 times in the same sentence, you're divorced, and accidentally things like that can happen. But they have to go to another man, get married to another man, then go back to the first husband that they was married to. They can't go straight, jump back into that marriage again. You have to get married to another man and then go back to the first husband.
Gosh.
That's how complicated it is. If you said divorce, because I've had a friend that's been in a relationship, marriage already, and they had a massive argument. The fact that he wanted to marry someone else, and in that sentence he said like 3 times. He said divorce 3 times. They were divorced just over an argument. Then he's like, oh, I want you to come back. She goes, she believes Islam. And she goes, no, because I have to get married to someone else before I can even come back to you. And if he accepts me to come back to you, then I can do that.
So how long does that relationship last with somebody else then?
They have to pass the first stages, don't they?
The thing is, if the guy has said, the husband has said divorce 3 times, they have to still wait. Is it 3 to 6 months?
Yeah.
They have to wait. Just the reason for that, you probably ask the next question, oh, she's pregnant.
Yeah.
So Islamically, if she's pregnant, he's going to give her divorce, and he's going to get married, you're not giving that time. It's because he needs to take the responsibility on. So Islam does have that right for that woman again. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But if, I mean, that's not really Islam. I don't know how far back, but from my kind of thinking, I'm thinking probably maybe it's because she's pregnant. She can't go and get married
Okay.
again,
Okay.
you know, and then come back to him. So I think maybe that could be the reason.
Yeah, no, I
it is.
think
I'm
what
not too sure about
he
that
was
side.
about the divorce side. What he was saying was, where does it fit in? I was just sort of saying to him, in big arguments, a divorce can happen accidentally. So, but she can't go back to her first husband. She has to go back and get married again. And again, whether she goes get married is overall choice of
no,
one
no,
choice.
It's a
Yeah.
deterrent.
Yeah,
It's a deterrent so people don't willy-nilly get married,
Yeah.
get divorced.
That's
So
it.
So they have
that's
to
why.
think about it seriously, because the consequences of getting divorced is you're going to lose this guy to another woman, and before you can have him back.
Yeah. And that's when a
So
man
marriage
married
is
two,
serious.
three
It's,
times.
so even if it's
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, or 4 marriage, it is serious in
Oh,
Islam.
yeah,
It's
it's very serious.
right.
in Islam.
Okay. I
Like I said
understand.
before, it is the most detested permissible action is divorce.
Thank you for that, because I wouldn't have understood this. I just wouldn't have. I was under the if we didn't have this discussion today, I wouldn't have understood
It's
this
like,
at all.
it's like now you're saying to me, I'll send you a contract out. Why would I send